A man should conceive of a legitimate purpose in his heart and set out to accomplish it. He should make this purpose the centralizing point of his thoughts.
I believe that you have a right to have a desire, and there's a process in bringing that desire into manifestation. You have to give yourself permission to be willing to change whatever it is that you've been doing and thinking and feeling that's blocking it, because it's already here. There's no God out there withholding our good from us. We're withholding it mostly unconsciously because we're not realizing what it is we must change. So take a look and see, what must I change about myself in order to achieve this goal? And please hear me, I'm not saying what must I change about my spouse or my kids or my job. It's what must I change about myself. And if you ask that question honestly and authentically, the answer is right there. You don't have to go on a 5-year vision quest, it's right there. That desire that you and I have for anything was put in our heart by God or by the divine mind to lead us along our spiritual pathway. And if you're willing to make the change, you can have what you want.
Well, the way I look at it is each one of us has a seed for a particular potential. For me, I think I was born to be an author. I think when I was a kid, I decided that that's what I wanted to do and that's what I was here to do. So over time, I began to realize that that's my particular life mission. That's the seed within me. But I also know that everybody else has a seed. With James Allen, it was a seed to be an author as well, because he wrote all those books and he wrote the magazines and all those magazine articles. For you, you have to look within and ask, what am I here to do? What's my life mission? What's my life calling? And maybe play with a few things, like if you won the lottery. And I only use it as an example of freedom, because a lot of people say, oh, if I won the lottery, I would do so-and-so. Well, we want to get to the so-and-so. It's not about the money and it's not about the lottery. We want to get to the answer of, what would you do if you weren't afraid? What would you do if money wasn't an issue? What would you do if you felt like the voice of God told you this is your mission? What would you do? When you play with that question and meditate on that question, you find out what the seed is in you that needs to be brought forth. So you have a particular seed. Once you go and bring that forth, you'll make your contribution to the world. And you want to pay attention to that, because that's the seed of greatness in your life.
I had a teacher, and one of my first goals was to go to Mexico City on a trip with my girlfriend. And nothing was happening. I wasn't getting any money, and I ran to her and I said, look here, I'm doing my work. I'm thinking Mexico, I'm visualizing, what's happening? She said, Edwene, the problem is you're not thinking, you're not feeling rich. I said, well, look at my checkbook. How am I going to feel rich? Look at that. She says, I'll tell you, the problem is you need to go out there in your world and buy something that you can afford that makes you feel rich. It was astonishing. It scared me because all my money was designated for peanut butter crackers and, but I bought these little ball of olives with almonds in them. $1.20, I can remember, oh my God, what a hole in my food budget. And I felt rich. And when I felt rich, it wasn't long after until the money showed up. But the feeling nature has to be cultivated.
So prosperity is a feeling. Being blessed is a feeling.